Welcome to Atelier Nest, where soft Jeanne dark living-inspired French country rooms come alive with airy linens, vintage accents, and sunlit textures. If this romantic shabby chic tour inspires you, please subscribe, like, and comment below to share favorites and requests. Join our cozy creative community and stay inspired daily. Always. The facade glows in soft morning light, limestone walls in pale cream accented by muted dove-gray shutters. White roses climb gracefully, framing arched double doors crowned with delicate ironwork. A cobblestone path, dappled in sunshine, winds between terracotta pots brimming with lavender, releasing their fragrance into the gentle breeze. Inside, the entryway feels airy and luminous, plaster walls and creamy tones textured by natural light. A vintage console draped in hand-woven linen hosts a glass cloche with dried hydrangeas. An antique gilt mirror reflects the shimmer of a crystal chandelier hanging overhead, each facet catching and scattering the soft glow. The living room layers comfort and elegance. White linen slipcovers envelop deep armchairs, pale bleached oak floors glowing in sunlight filtered through sheer voile curtains. A carved stone fireplace anchors the space, its mantel styled with aged candlesticks and ceramic urns, while the air carries the scent of fresh garden peonies. A reading nook rests in a quiet corner. A high-backed armchair in faded oatmeal linen sits beside a wrought iron side table stacked with vintage books. A jute rug softens the bleached oak floor. Overhead, a wrought lantern casts patterned shadows, curtains shifting gently in the warm, fragrant afternoon breeze. The dining area shines under golden light. A weathered farmhouse table in soft chalk paint is surrounded by mismatched wooden chairs with woven rush seats. White porcelain plates and hand-blown glasses rest on a frayed linen runner, while a rustic chandelier draped with crystal sways lightly, scattering glimmers across the room. The kitchen blends charm and function. Cream cabinetry with recessed panels and brass hardware pairs with marble counters veined in gold. Open shelves display earthenware pitchers and stacks of plates. Sunlight through a casement window over the farmhouse sink paints shadows across a wooden board holding fresh bread and ripe figs. A butler's pantry glows with rustic detail. Timber shelves hold apothecary jars of dried herbs and glass bottles catching the light. Flour-dusted mixing bowls are neatly stacked. Through a small arched window, climbing roses sway gently, their petals brushing the glass as sunlight bathes the space in a golden afternoon glow. hallway stretches with lime-plastered cream walls lined with antique botanical prints in gilt frames. A faded blue-gray runner softens each step. Linen-shaded sconces cast a mellow light, guiding the view toward the staircase, where a carved wooden banister curves elegantly upward toward the serenity of the upper rooms. The guest bedroom invites rest. A wrought iron bed is draped in white linen, layered with crocheted throws and embroidered cushions. Wide plank oak flooring holds a faded Turkish rug. Sunlight filters through gauzy curtains, illuminating a marble-topped nightstand with a simple glass vase of pale roses, their scent lingering softly in the air. The main bedroom feels like a dream in cream. A carved headboard crowns the bed, dressed in layers of linen and quilted coverlets. A crystal chandelier sways gently. French doors open onto a Juliet balcony, revealing a garden view touched by the golden glow of the late afternoon sun. The dressing room offers quiet elegance. Ivory wardrobes show subtle distress at the edges. A tufted linen bench rests in the center. A vintage vanity with an ornate white frame holds a beveled mirror, while lace curtains diffuse the sunlight, scattering soft floral shadows across the warm wooden floor. The main bathroom is a serene retreat. A clawfoot tub in creamy enamel stands beside an antique brass floor tap. Pale lime-washed walls catch the flicker of clustered candles. Through an arched window, wisteria vines curl, their purple blooms swaying gently against the soft light spilling into the space. A second-floor landing reveals an intimate sitting area beneath a sloped ceiling. A petite linen settee rests beside a weathered trunk serving as a table. Shelves display time-worn books. Dappled sunlight streams through a dormer window dressed in lace, its panels stirring slightly in the warm afternoon breeze. The study feels serene and focused. A bleached oak desk faces a tall window, its surface scattered with parchment and a ceramic jug of tulips. Chalk-white walls are lined with shelves holding vintage volumes and soft-hued curios. Light falls in gentle planes across the carefully arranged surfaces. sunroom blooms with life. Floor-to-ceiling windows frame lush greenery outside. Wicker seating layered with linen cushions surrounds a weathered table set for tea. Terracotta planters overflow with thyme, rosemary, and lavender. Warm light fills the room, carrying the mingled fragrances of herbs into the airy, tranquil space. The conservatory glimmers in daylight. Whitewashed beams meet glass panes that let sunlight flood in. Reclaimed stone floors feel cool underfoot. Lemon geraniums in clay pots scent the air. A wrought iron daybed layered with blankets rests beneath hanging glass orbs, which scatter tiny rainbows across the pale walls. The covered terrace rests beneath a vine-draped pergola. A long table is dressed with cream linen, vintage crockery, and bowls of fresh berries. Gravel crunches softly underfoot. Sunlight filters through leaves, casting dappled patterns across a sideboard where loaves of fresh bread and chilled lemonade await a leisurely gathering. The side garden exudes romance. Gravel paths are lined with lavender and boxwood, leading to antique urns brimming with trailing ivy. Wrought iron benches in pale gray sit beneath the golden early evening light. The scent of blooming roses drifts gently, blending with the whisper of leaves in the breeze. The orchard stretches in neat rows. Espaliered fruit trees are heavy with pale blossoms, their fragrance floating on the air. Grass between is dotted with daisies. A weathered bench rests in the shade, where sunlight filters through branches, casting lace-like shadows across the soft green ground. The backyard unfolds like a sanctuary. A stone terrace leads to a fountain surrounded by fragrant blooms. Wicker chairs draped with blankets gather around a low table. The soft murmur of water blends with birdsong, while beyond, the horizon fades into the warm, glowing tones of an evening sky. Thank you for exploring these ethereal French country spaces with Atelier Nest. If this soft, shabby chic inspiration warmed your heart, please subscribe, like, and comment with your favorite moment or styling question. Discover more vintage romance. Join our journey to create cozy, elegant homes and return for seasonal ideas.